Welcome back! In the last video, we talked about visualizing our projects and tasks for better team alignment using our backlog refinement template. And in this video, we'll be talking through planning effectively and adapting flexibly as our projects evolve using our iteration planning template. So you'll want to have your team space template open in one tab and your iteration planning template open in another tab. So let's jump in. We are now planning the even smaller amount of time and what work will go into our smaller iteration of time. So if you are practicing Agile Scrum, your team might call this a sprint. However you are planning your day-to-day work, that is what you can use this board for. So we'll start here with the overview. So you just want to include your iteration dates, start and end, and then copy and paste your roadmap here from your team space, again, just to give the team a solid overview of what they're working toward and how their work relates to other teams. Then you're going to want to bring in your team tasks from the backlog. So you can copy and paste. For example, these are my Jira tasks from the backlog refinement activity that we did, and you can bring in the tasks however you would like. So you can also use this button right here, which will open your Jira connection, your Jira integration, and you can search for tasks that way and add them to your board. If needed, you can also do a planning poker-esque type activity to estimate the story points related to each of the tasks if you were not able to do that in backlog refinement. All right, so often we need to prioritize which tasks are going to go first, or different developers have different opinions of how much effort goes into each task and the impact that that task has. So we'll want to do an impact and effort visual activity. So to do that, we'll just copy and paste our tasks into the draggable space. So you can see the hand. That means all of these are draggable. We'll save our changes and start activity for everyone. Once we start the activity, we can drag, I'm just going to do this quickly, all of our tasks onto the visual activity to see everyone's input simultaneously, submit my response, view results. Now you'll be able to see the average results, and you can add your results to the board. So we'll click Add to Board, and we can drag that to go right here. I'm actually going to arrange it to bring it to the front. Great. So then once you have all of your tasks arranged in your impact effort matrix, you can use this space if needed to make that prioritization official. So you can line everything up based on, okay, these tasks are going to go first. For our first initiative, if you're planning more than one initiative, you can include those as well. Great. So once we have our tasks prioritized, I'm actually just going to copy and paste this for speed here. We're going to want to start to do the actual iteration planning part. Who's taking on which tasks, and how many story points is each person carrying. So in order to do that, we'll just lasso all of our tasks. We'll click the Wrap button here, and we're going to select Dynamic Table. Now, what this does is it creates a table for us that allows us to see who's assigned to which tasks and what position those tasks are in. So now maybe we want to see the capacity of each person. So I'm actually going to switch these to status and assignee, perfect. And then I'm going to click on our planning and tracking, and I'm going to toggle on show workload tracker. So now I can see that Colin has 31 points, I have 25, and Tori has 34. Now, in respect to being flexible and adaptable, let's say maybe Tori has some PTO during this iteration and she can't take on as many story points, so we'll just quickly transfer that over to me. And you can see that the table responds accordingly by adjusting my capacity number. You're quickly then able to see how much capacity each person has, make adjustments accordingly, and when you come back for daily stand-up, If you've started with all of your tasks in to-do, for example, then as the iteration progresses, you can drop your tasks into the relevant row and the label will update automatically and sync automatically with Jira. Now, if you don't like the arrangement of these rows, you can actually, like if you want to do at the top, you can click and drag them. And then maybe I want in progress next, and then done, and then maybe blocked at the bottom. Before we move on, there's one more visualization capability in Lucid that you can use with a dynamic table. So we'll click on our dynamic table and we'll select planning and tracking. And we've already toggled on our show workload tracker. Now we're going to select add progress bar. We're going to have to move things around a little bit just so that it all fits. But as you can see, this progress bar visualizes in a slightly different way the work that is reflected here in the dynamic table. And as I move tasks out of the, for example, to-do row and into in progress, you can see how my progress bar updates. Now, maybe I want my team to plan out how they're going to accomplish their individual tasks. So what you'll want to do is invite each team member to copy and paste their tasks. So copying and pasting is important because you want a copy of your tasks here and a copy of your tasks in the timeline. So before your team members start copying and pasting their tasks into the timeline, you'll click on the timeline settings, go custom row, assignee. And now when each team member copies and pastes their tasks onto the timeline, the row is then automatically updated to that person's name. So as we are planning our iteration, each time I drop a task, that person's name is updated, and I can drag and make adjustments to how long I think that task is going to take me or ask my team members to do the same. And then each time you come back to your iteration planning for daily stand-up, you'll be able to make those adjustments and see very easily the progress and the status of each task and project and who's working on it and the owner, making everything flexible and visible, much easier and much more interactive than just watching someone make adjustments to the project management system, one person sharing their screen. Now it's everyone involved, everyone collaborating, everyone bought in. All right, and that is iteration planning. Keep up the great work, and we'll see you in the next course.